In this video, we will cover adding fittings to the garden pump.
Okay, the first fitting or area of fitting I'm going to talk about is the outlet. The outlet of the pump, which is located on the top of the pump housing, you can have either a hose connection, or you can have a direct hard pipe connection. So if you're just going to have a hose connection, you need to look at the fittings which have been supplied, because the only fittings we can put directly into the pump are the ones that we have supplied with the pump. And this is what they look like. They've got a thread, the hose fitting on the top, and an O-ring. Now this is a parallel thread, and the O-ring is what does the sealing. So you can add that directly into the pump like so, and you only have to do it up hand tight like so. The O-ring is compressed and it forms the seal. Your hose pipe can then go straight onto the top and retained with a clip. The other option on the outlet is to use the other fitting which is supplied, which has got a thread in one end and it's got an O-ring on the other. So that's the only two fittings which you can put in the outlet of this pump. So if you want to use a direct plumbed or threaded connection to the pump, you use this fitting, and just screw it in like so. And again, it only needs to be nipped up by hand. And now you can add your hard plumbed connection to the top. This is a 3/4 BSP thread, or if you still want to use a hose connection, once again I'm using the same connection here, and I've just sort of made up a fitting here with a hose connection which now goes off at right angles, so I can screw this directly in like so. And again, do it up by hand, and you can have your connection for your hose fitting like so, going out on an angle. Or if you want to make it all solid type connection piping, it's only a matter of adding your hard or directly plumbed fitting like so. And this of course would then go off to your tap. Just to run through a couple of the threads. This fitting, which goes directly into the top of the pump, is a 1-inch BSP thread, like so. And the other side here is a 3/4 BSP. And then what you can do is the 3/4 BSP, you can then change it from 3/4 BSP and do all of your fittings in 3/4 BSP, or you can change it up to 1-inch BSP using an adapter. There is a 3/4 BSP elbow to 3/4 BSP, so that there will just thread in. Now whenever you're using thread to thread without the O-ring, you must add the Teflon tape on there. There is no need to use Teflon tape when the O-ring is used. The O-ring, once compressed, can do two things. It seals, and it also allows you to tighten a little bit more or slacken off a little bit, as long as the O-ring is compressed, to get the right direction that you want to put on. So if you're going to use this fitting on the top, you are then supplied with another fitting, which of course is the hose fitting, which can be, if you want, used on the inlet side, like so. Again, you just tighten it by hand until the O-ring has been compressed. Or if you want to directly plumb this for your inlet, you can just put in a straight 1-inch BSP fitting like so. Again, you don't need the O-ring on this one, but you can use it. But when you're just screwing in like so, you must put some tape on this one. Like so. So you can have either a solid pipe going off to for your inlet, or you can use this fitting like so with the O-ring if you want, or you don't want to use that one, you've got your own fitting, once again a 1-inch BSP with the tape on like so. Now again, the fitting on the top of the pump, which is the outlet, it is critical that you use one of the fittings supplied with the pump, because on the inside in here is a little sensor, and if you use a fitting like so, you can damage the sensor if you continue to tighten down. So that's why we supply you with these fittings. These are the only ones that should fit in the top of the pump, like so. Okay?